Daddy. If you like what you see, comment and subscribe.
Sipping on a 40. Yo, I know it's been a minute, huh? Homie, I'm back. Yeah, I said, homie, I'm back.
Sound check 1 2 1 2. Check check.
Hi, Daddy.
This is episode 46 of the Mr. Dad podcast / videocast. Fuck you, Randy. And we're gonna talk about being a dad, being a father, being Mr. You know,
Yeah.
it's been about 4 or 5 months since this COVID thing like really kicked off. And when I tell you it's been a strain on me lately, it has. Mainly because I've put myself in a life predicament where I understand what the captivity is. Like, I went through it about 3 years ago after my heart surgery, where I couldn't do anything. And in no shape or form am I saying that this is an exact replica of how my heart surgery went, but it's close. The idea of it, you know, not being able to do what you want to do, right? And I think as an American, we have this notion or self-awareness that we are the freest in the world. So we feel like we can do whatever the fuck we want to, whenever. But I really want to get out and I don't, you know? And dealing with life right now, especially with 2 children that want to do things as well. One that's really young that really wants to go do some things, Chuck E. Cheese, Disneyland, whatever. It's just not going to happen. And I'm starting to have a disconnect with people, friends, loved ones. You know, you start to detach. You find yourself going on YouTube and going down a rabbit hole that you didn't expect them going down. Like, what's the latest gun? How to shoot these guns. Tutorials. I've never watched a tutorial on a new gun that came out, but that's what I've been doing lately. But I'm starting to figure out that in life, you're just going to have to start losing people as you mature and go forward. I think that in my world, in my realm, there's always been a circle for me of something that regenerates itself every once in a while. Old people come back into the fold. And, you know, your familiarity with them allows them to come in, step into your boundary, and you just swing the door right open for them because you're used to them. And when you finally start finding people that are willing to go straight with you and not go in this endless loop of nothingness where you achieve nothing out of it, you start to notice that you have to leave people behind. You lose people. And I think that's where I am in my life right now. I think that, or I know that people are dropping and I'm just allowing it. Sometimes I sit back and wish that I could keep people in these time capsules where I can remember the best about them, or keep them in a fold, you know? But you can't. And this, yes, has come from a lot of thinking because I have nothing but time on my hands. But sometimes you just have to detach. Like I feel like I might be broken. um, they say that like life events lead up to the way that you handle certain situations. And the way that I've been handling situations lately has been poor at best. Probably piss poor. Because I care less if you are not directly a part of something that I do. And that's not me at my core. You know, contrary to most people's belief, I'm a very caring person. I think that's why I've been so great, or people thought I was so great for so many years. But things wear on you. Life events change you. And as much as you try to receive yourself, or I'm sorry, return to your normal self, it's hard because, you know, salty situations leave a bitter taste in your mouth. I'm probably 10% less of a person that I was before. And as I'm figuring it out, it's okay. I feel like I have no choice. And anything that I do outside of my character to appease people won't do anything but harm me further. It's funny, I see a lot of memes now where it's like you gotta do best for you, or you gotta do for yourself, or some selfish ass shit. And it's funny because I still don't think that way. I still think that, you know, the world needs respectful, happy people willing to help their fellow man or woman. But I also feel like there's going to be certain situations where people spring up trapped somewhere, and you know, you go to help, but it's really just an ambush, and they just want to take from you. I don't know, that got dark. That's weird, I know. But anyways, so, you know, I've just been dealing with life and dealing with my thoughts and figuring me out. And still continuing to love those that I feel that have love for me. I know that it's a really dark time in like society, period. And I try to make it a conscious effort at least once or twice a day to remind myself that I have to protect my energy. I have to stop watching shit that's going to upset me. I have to stop going to different avenues. Sometimes I have to get out of my group chat with my best friends. And it's just for me to protect my energy. Because if, you know, most people that know me knows that my aura is bright. I'm trying to bring happiness at every moment. But sometimes when I'm just stuck in this rut, man, where I can't like see, what is it, the forest through the trees? And I don't want people to think that like I'm in a dark place now, but I am understanding more. I am, you know, going through the thought process at a little higher rate, higher clip than usual. I did get a chance to get out for this 4th, not for the 4th. And that was great. But even in that, there's so many things that upset you. Trump's flags and the people wearing flag shorts and flag shirts and oh gosh. Chipmunk always tells me that if someone has too many flags on, they're probably a radical and a racist. And I'm inclined to believe that at this point. But, I just want to push the narrative out there that it is very important now to protect your energy as much as you can. The positive energy. Because there's so much negative, that's going to add up and build up regardless. But I think that we all need to disconnect for a day or so. One day out the week. I really, really, really fear for kids these days. Only because I'm understanding that the lack of social interaction and the staying inside and the knowing everything that's going on in the world is wrong. Like when I was growing up, I didn't know shit that was going left. And now it's like every other second something else is going bad. I read an article today about a biohazard happening, like a plague, like a bionic plague in China. And I said, here we go again. This July's going to bring us a plague. Like, if it wasn't so fucking daunting, this would be the greatest comedy sketch ever. If you just went from month to month of this year. If it wasn't real life. You're like, no way. None of this shit is going to ever happen. But yeah. That's me right now. Being a father during COVID. In 2020. It's not my worst year ever. But it's the worst year for a lot of people. But anyways, you guys, peace and love. Love you guys all, and I hope that everyone's doing well. And keeping your head up. Until next time, I gotta get out here and raise these kids.